Hi, welcome back to my channel. So today it's time to start farkling out the K1600. So if you want to see what I'm going to do to my K1600 Mega Rally bike, stick around.
Dang, this looks like a cliff. I mean, this is a cliff. All right, I can do it. I can do it. Hang on, let me figure out which way we go. I think we stay, I don't know. Yeah, no big deal.
Alright, I think it's fair to start here to show you what I'm trying to install on the bike before I just start showing you how I'm going to do it. So on my GSA, I was using two BMW Nav 6s. I kept both of those, so I know I at least want one of them. I was also I'd go between my iPad and my iPhone. I really have a easier time seeing the iPad, so I'd like to install that. And then some sort of quad lock / phone mount. And some sort of mount for my new Spot X that replaced my Spot 3. If I can't find a place to put that, then I will put it on my person. I prefer it to be on the bike when I can see it. I had so many issues with the old Gen 3 batteries dying. I had to put it where I could see it, but this one charge in its last 5 days straight, so I think I'm probably pretty safe to hang it on my person. That keeps one thing off the handlebars. This is made by Bike Pen R, and it's a GPS mount, and I'll show you where that one goes. So that one goes right here. Super cool, super sleek, easy to mount. Pop off the little BMW item right there. Billet aluminum, looks really cool. Good placement, doesn't block the TFT at all. I really like that one. The next one are these Wonderlic. These are called multi-pods, and then you have to have the adapter that goes with it. Let me show you those. This is the multi-pod adapter. There's a bolt that's in there. You pull that bolt out, this gets bolted in its place, it's threaded, and this screws into the bottom, and then you have this. I thought these were going to be really good. I'm truly not a fan of cheap looking RAM mounts. Take a GPS like this that's pretty pricey and put it on a piece of plastic. But we're at the point when we have limited real estate like we have here on a motorcycle that you have to use whatever options you can. So these Wonderlic items, they're kind of pricey. The adapter's like $25, and then the pod itself is another $175, so you're $200 all in. So those are not cheap. They do have many different holes for different applications, for different devices that you're putting on. They've worked perfectly to mount my Garmin, so this has worked really well. This one I can't use the locking device, so that's a downfall to this one. This one up here I can. So let's take a look at what I've got so far. So I wanted to have the TFT screen so it's visible. It does provide me some good data. Putting a GPS on this bike, it will not talk to the motorcycle itself. So it's not going to be controlled by the Wonder Wheel. There's some data that I'm not going to get. But I can get all of that on the TFT. So I want access to tire pressures and fuel mileage and things like that. So I do need access to this screen. Now when you power this up, give it a second, you also hear a fan in the background, and that's another thing that I really didn't know if it would work or not. But this compartment up here, and I'm going to show you that, is where the phone goes. So they've got a dedicated spot for the phone, and it's got a fan that keeps it cool. When you put your phone out in here, like I'm in South Texas, it's going to get hot and then it'll shut down. So putting it in this cubby I thought would be a really good thing. but when you're sitting on the bike, it is hard to reach that. Okay, so focus in just on the TFT screen for now. And you can see it's a big screen. If I toggle to the right, I can do what they call split screening. So now I can get some data. I get my average MPG, I can get different things, trip 1 and trip 2, I can get navigation, radio, so I can get some of that data. This GPS is going to block that, but I still get all the information that I really need. So I got the speedometer and all those things. I can drop down and get all the information again. So there's my tire pressure and all that stuff. So even though the GPS doesn't talk to the bike, I can still get the data that I feel I need to, and even with this blocking half of the TFT, I can still see. This bottom one does not block the TFT, and I'm going to show you what that looks like with this placement. Alright, with those two there in that placement, I can still see 100% of my speedometer, no restrictions, super easy. This is easy to get to, I can move my data. This one's easy to get to, that's not a problem at all. So again, just a click of the button up here, I can get all my vehicle data that I need. So I can get my tire pressures, all those things that I need, right? So this layout is going to work pretty good. I do have some other options, and I'll show you some of those that I consider. I ran this tank bag before. The handlebars will hit it on full turn, and it blocks that one quite a bit. This is the smallest tank bag I've ever personally had. This is the SW Motec day pack, so it's pretty small, and it does block that one quite a bit. It doesn't bother this one at all. So I'm not sure. I'm happy with this one. I like this one. It's kind of stealth, but with the tank bag missing, it's fine. I wish this one I could use the locking cradle, but you cannot. So that's sort of a downfall with that one. Alright, so this mount, I found this actually on the K16 forum. A guy had one and I saw it. This is designed to, it's just going to adhere with some 3M two-sided tape, and it would go right in there. That's not a bad spot. I mocked one up and I'll show you that picture. But what I didn't like is the GPS is clearly going to hit the screen, so I didn't like that. And then I feel if you are going to mount it, you're going to have to drill some holes in there, and that's probably okay, but I'm just not ready to do that yet. So I think I'm going to go with these two. This could be my primary, and I wouldn't use this one all the time, just because it's so clean and so out of the way. It just looks super easy to deal with, and it blocks none of the TFT screen. I did have both of them up here. Let me show you what that looked like. So that's a couple options that I've come up with. The layout is pretty good. My struggle is my iPad. It's the iPad mini. If I could put it here like this, I think that would work. I want it behind the windscreen. What I haven't found an answer for is how to connect that to either this Wonderlic multi-pod. I would have to drill into the old casing or something. I tried to find a way to connect the quad lock to that, and I haven't had much luck there. But so far I feel pretty good about how things are going, getting the big bike ready. Comfort wise, it's all set. It just needs a I'll make a trip to Russell for a seat. In talks with Lincoln Seals for my fuel tank. We got some things going. I sent them some parts, so that's coming. So the Farkling's getting there. We'll see how things turn out. We're getting closer every day. So again, baby steps with this one, right? All right, I appreciate you watching. Hope it helps you if you're looking at a K-bike or something like that. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments below. All right, thanks, have a great day, be safe.